Call it a miracle, but just 50 years ago, Dubai was merely a small town in the middle of the desert. Guess who is now the luxurious face of the Middle East? The outstanding city boasts an iconic skyline and state-of-the-art infrastructure that could only be found in a city-state of such great affluence. What is the biggest attraction the city has to offer? And what makes Dubai a hotspot for tourism in the entire world? Take a deep breath for this one, because in this video, we will see what makes Dubai the most luxurious city in the world. Before we begin, let's take a brief history lesson. How did Dubai grow from a tiny town from a village in the desert to a lavish oasis? Dubai could not compete with other Arab city-states under the UAE since they were far richer. For instance, the world's richest city, Abu Dhabi, was just 90 miles away from Dubai, but that city sits on 10% of the oil supply of the entire world. So, to say Abu Dhabi is blessed with an abundance of oil is an understatement. But it was this oil production that gave rise to the United Arab Emirates as we know it today. Millions of dollars poured into the Arabian Peninsula in revenue from oil, and it grew to be among the largest cities in the Middle East. As it stands today, Dubai only generates 5% of its revenue from oil. The magnificent city has quickly learned to diversify to keep up with cities like Abu Dhabi. Dubai generates revenue from other major sectors of the economy, such as the real estate market and tourism industry. This strategic masterstroke has boosted the opulent metropolis to expand its economy and its population. As you might have noticed from any poster of Dubai, this is the principal lure of that region. But what is it the city has to offer? I'm sure you've seen pictures of the Hotel Burj Al Arab, the crescent-shaped building. Did you know that Dubai has the tallest building in the entire globe? Surely you must have seen Tom Cruise or Fast and Furious scenes in this building. The name of that structure is the Burj Khalifa. It remains the tallest building in the world at 722 feet. You certainly have some knowledge of the highlights of this beautiful city. However, I hope to get the opportunity today to tell you all about this great city. Almost 1/4 of every crane in the world is situated in Dubai. That's the frantic level of activity taking place. 25% of the number of cranes in existence is all in one UAE city. So it appears that Dubai's strategy is to just continue building these incredible high-rises, two of which are the Hotel Burj Al Arab and the Burj Khalifa. There are many things that the Burj Khalifa represents. It is so tall that on its upper floors, the structure leans to a degree of several feet at a time. Of course, the government did not disregard this. The engineers that built this enormous structure known as the Burj Khalifa did so with such a design that the sway would move at a pace that the inner ear's vestibular system would not even be aware of. The vestibular system is the portion of the ear that offers balance. But if you're looking for a luxury hotel hundreds of feet away from land, look no further. Welcome to Camel, the 5th largest hotel in Dubai. Due to its distinctive design, the hotel has a height of 56 stories. It is classified as a 5-star establishment, but some have referred to it as the only hotel with a 7-star rating. This 7-star rating should not be debatable since its authority on the subject of luxury has been established. Although some would say the hotel is not even 7 stars, it remains an excellent choice if you want to take some time to unwind and relax in the royal suite at the hotel. All you need to do is just pay a little over $24,000 and yes, you can spend the night. Burj Al Interior is decorated with roughly a 24-karat gold leaf covering 1,790 square meters. As glorious as it is, it cannot compare to the spectacular image of the spotless city and the stunning golf course. In addition to very tall skyscrapers, the city has been eager to create artificial islands, both the Globe and the Palm Islands. The extremely ambitious undertakings for the completion, with the aid of a great many of the palm structures, don't just cost money. Construction cost is estimated at $12 billion, but it also required a sand volume of 94 million cubic meters. Just to give you some perspective, 94.1 million is the amount of sand needed to fill the entire Empire State Building 2.5 times over. Dubai's artificial islands have consumed an additional $15 billion. Nothing works as well to soothe your worries as the warm Persian Gulf's water. But when you think it can't get any better, it does. No income tax. The extremely wealthy people who reside in Dubai transfer no money from their paychecks to the government. Why? That's because there is no income tax in Dubai. That's another characteristic that distinguishes Dubai as one of the most alluring accommodations on earth. Why bother with income tax when the government can still generate enough revenue to buy police sports cars? Police. You heard that right. Now let's talk about the police department. Usually, law enforcement doesn't make the cut when speaking of luxury, but not Dubai. Dubai sure knows how to attract tourists. The police in Dubai have a sports car fleet as well as their patrol cars. which includes supercars like the Ferrari that sells for around $500,000. Imagine a police officer stepping out of a Lamborghini Aventador to pull you over. That baby costs a non-negotiable $400,000 or so. If you take a peek around, you should see an officer cruising around in an Aston Martin 177 that comes at a sufficient price of $1.79 million. If you feel anything less than a James Bond after taking this baby for a spin, ask for a refund. Using these magnificent vehicles is Dubai, only being Dubai, even though it is the 8th safest city in the world. Nonetheless, they should be applauded. UAE laws. But UAE laws is often quite stringent. That's because the laws are due to the constitutional Islamic government. The Emirates are governed by monarchs, and there are also some Sharia rules in Dubai. Therefore, if you're traveling with your lady, watch out for the posh police force. Make sure that neither of you two is caught making out because it may just mean you get deported. There are certain things you also need to be careful of though. Booze will not be allowed in a conventional Middle Eastern location, for example, specifically in Dubai, because it's actually in places like hotels and clubs. Did you know that for every Emirati and indigene of Dubai, there are up to 5 foreigners? There are approximately 15% of Emiratis, while foreigners make up the remaining 85%. But approximately 50% of the population is made up of employees building a large number of structures. That does have some logic to it when taken as a whole. Many of these employees are natives of India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan. There is an unfortunate downside to the city of Dubai. Those employed work in less than ideal conditions, whereas Emiratis and affluent foreigners make very lucrative salaries. Sport. There isn't much room for concessions to be made between Dubai's standard of living for the less fortunate and the wealthy. But just like any society, sports unite people. One of the most watched sports in the region is camel racing. Dubai camel racing is a sport similar to American football in the United States. Dubai's interpretation of the sport is that, rather than young jockeys you see, they've started using robots. The camel racing once had a somewhat grim past too. Back when slavery and child trafficking was a thing, the sport required young children to take a camel ride. Human trafficking is still a problem in less developed regions of the Middle East. Although it persists, in Dubai, there are no longer any children doing that. Instead, it's with robots now. So what does the future hold for the spectacular Middle Eastern city? Dubai will soon have even more advancements in infrastructure development unlike any seen in the world. Yes, crazy ideas are in the works. Dubai is to construct an entirely new city climate-controlled region that is 4.3 miles long. Announcing it was Dubai's ruler, Mohammed bin Sheikh. The plans for the artificial regions were presented by Rashid Al Maktoum. They would also have the world's largest mall, a mall of 48 million square feet. That's more than double the size of Monaco. That's it guys. What do you think is the coolest thing about Dubai? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more amazing content. See you at the next one. Until then, cheerios!